Hi there. It's Sunday, May 19th, and time for Proverbs 19. Let's go over there and see what he's telling us today. Verse 1. Better a poor person who lives with integrity than someone who has deceitful lips and is a fool. Other versions say perverse in speech. People like that. Integrity is always best, no matter how much money you have. It's better to be a person of integrity. Right? And people with perverse lips, they come in every class, every poor people, rich people, and they're fools, it says. Yeah? Even zeal is not good without knowledge, and one who acts hastily, says hastily with feet, sins. If you zeal, let's go, let's do it, and they have no idea what they're doing. Let's tear this car apart and fix it, and they never worked on a car before. And it says they sin. This is important. A person's own foolishness leads him astray, yet his heart rages against the Lord. How many people have you heard say, God, why did you do this to me? I hate you. When it was your own bad decisions that got you into that stuff and not following the Lord in the first place. It happens. Lots of people rage against the Lord when they got in that position from not listening in the first place. Wealth attracts many friends, but a poor person is separated from his friend. It doesn't say people. Wealth, money attracts friends, and they're not friends. They're friends with your money, right? Nobody wants to hang around poor people. Okay? Well, not nobody. A poor person is separated from his friends. We'll come back to that, right? Here. Something we're all hoping for, right? A false witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies will not escape. Going on now, huh? You don't even have to look far to find that. 6. Many seek a ruler's favor, and everyone is a friend of one who gives gifts. Right. But when they run out of money, a poor person is separated from his friends. So it says that up here. Okay. 7. All the brothers of a poor person hate him. How much more do his friends keep their distance from him? He may pursue them with words, but they are not there. Uncertain. Let's read that again. All the brothers of a poor person hate him. How much more do his friends keep their distance from him? He may pursue them with words, but they are not there. Wow. It's amazing, huh? Again, people worship money over human lives. Wow. 8. The one who acquires good sense loves himself. One who safeguards understanding finds success. You acquire good sense. Acquire good sense. Safeguard understanding. Understanding means I get it. I get it. 9. A false witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies perishes. Didn't we just highlight that up here? A false witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies will not escape. Reiterating things. Okay. 10. Luxury is not appropriate for a fool. How much less for a slave to rule over princes. Right. There's some fools that suddenly come into a lot of money. They win the lottery or something, and they go out and buy all this expensive stuff, and they live in luxury, and it never lasts because they're fools. And And later on, they go, if I'd only saved my money. "11. A person's insight gives him patience, and his virtue is to overlook an offense." Oh, yeah. Insight. Sight, inside, right? If you know how things work and human nature, you'll be patient with stuff. And your virtue is to overlook an offense. Just let it slide. Don't get mad. Just realize that that's the way some people are. And just let it go. And it's a virtue. It's a good thing. 12. A king's rage is like the roaring of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. We don't have kings. 13. A foolish son is his father's ruin, and a wife's nagging is an endless dripping. Well, I think Solomon had some kids and some wives. 14. A house and wealth are inherited from fathers, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. That? A prudent wife is from the Lord. 15. Laziness induces deep sleep, and a lazy person will go hungry. Right. 16. The one who keeps commands preserves himself. One who disregards his ways will die. His ways are talking about the Lord there. In most places this will be capitalized. Like we can open another version and we'll see what 16 says over here. One who keeps the commandment keeps his soul, but one who is careless of conduct will die. Despises ways will die. Interesting, huh? One who disregards his ways will die. Oh, I was looking for capitalization, wasn't I? See, this doesn't say his ways. It says one who is careless in conduct will die. Let's look at the NIV just for kicks. Contempt for their ways. So it's not talking about God there. It's talking about your ways. Highlight that. It's because we kind of tore it apart there, huh? 17. Kindness to the poor is a loan to the Lord, and he will reward the lender. That says that all over the place. If you give to the poor, you are giving to God, who pays you back with interest. Remember that. If you're giving to the poor person isn't going to pay you back. You're lending to the Lord, and the Lord will pay you back with interest and a reward. Every time. I've seen this over and over again. 18. Discipline your son while there is hope. Do not set your heart on being the cause of his death. Right? You have to discipline your kids when they're young, before they're 8 or 9 years old. By the time they're 9 years old, they should know everything about conduct. Because you won't be able to get to them when they're teenagers. Okay? 19. A person with intense anger bears the penalty. If you rescue him, you'll have to do it again. Some people that are just mad, man. And I will admit, I used to be like this. Even as a Christian, I was always angry. I was fighting with myself. And I learned that most of my anger when I was younger was a result of fear. I was afraid of everything. Even as a Christian, I was afraid. I just had a fear. And once I stopped being afraid of everything, after a while, it's like, what's going to happen will happen. I know where I'm going in any case. And, intense anger goes away. But some people are just angry all the time at everything. They always have a scowl on their face, and they never smile. Right? And if you bail them out, you'll just have to keep bailing them out over and over again. Till pretty soon you don't have any friends anymore. Nobody talks to you, right? 20. Listen to counsel and receive instruction so that you may be wise later in life, in your end, right? Listen to people that are smarter than you. And sometimes even children can teach you stuff that you never would have thought of if you listen. I'm going to highlight that. 21. Many plans are in a person's heart, but the Lord's decree will prevail. Okay? God's going to have his way, one way or another. Make all the plans you want. 22. What is desirable in a person is his fidelity. Better to be a poor person than a liar. Now, fidelity, we can look that up just because. Not a word you see too often. Go away. Everybody's going to say fidelity investments. I don't know. There we go. What does fidelity mean? Fidelity is a noun, faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. Right? Let's read that again. Fidelity. What is desirable in a person is fidelity, or faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. Pretty good, huh? Now let's do that again. Let's oops. I am going to do this. I'll have to go down here again because it wants to show me weird stuff. Okay. And we're going to highlight this and we're going to copy it. Alright. Then we're going to open a note right here and we will paste a note. There you go. Now there's a note there. Faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. And this shows us that we have a little note right there that we can look at. We can turn it off. Save that. It'll pile my notes over here. 23. The fear of the Lord leads to life. One will sleep at night without danger. Right? The fear of the Lord leads to life. That's a good one. 24. The slacker buries his hand in the bowl and doesn't even bring it back to his mouth. You know anybody that lazy? 25. Strike a mocker and the inexperienced learn a lesson. Rebuke the discerning and he gains knowledge. Right? If you punch somebody, they're going to learn a lesson. If you correct or rebuke a discerning person, he gains knowledge. Instead of just learning a lesson, right? The one who plunders his father and evicts his mother is a disgraceful and shameful son. Right. Now, in the Old Testament, they took the commandment, honor your father and mother, very seriously. And if a child did something like this to his parents, they were often stoned to death. Because, there's only 10 commandments, and one of them is honor your father and mother. It's a very serious thing. 27, if you stop listening to correction, my son, you will stray from the words of knowledge. Right. Don't ever stop learning. 28, a worthless witness mocks justice, and a wicked mouth swallows iniquity. Right. We look this up all the time, but we'll do it again. We'll make a note of it. Immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Okay? And we will put a note there too. We can start making notes about all these. I should have done this before. Okay. 29. Judgments are prepared for mockers, and beatings for the backs of fools. Right. Eventually. They used to flog people and beat them for doing stupid stuff instead of just letting them sit in jail for a couple of months. They would beat them in front of everybody and embarrass them, and that worked, Sometimes we should go back to that. Right. So, that's it. What do we highlight here? I highlighted this in one. Better a poor person who lives with integrity than one who has deceitful lips and is a fool or perverse in speech. Right. Liars, con men. Nobody likes a con man. We highlighted 3. A person's own foolishness leads him astray, yet his heart rages against the Lord. And we talked about that. A lot of people getting mad at God. Right? And that's because they blame God for their own decisions. Okay? God lets you make your own decisions. He can even tell you, if you do that, you're going to get hurt. Nah, well, I know what I'm doing. God will be like, okay, well, you'll learn. And then you want to blame God because of your own foolishness. Okay? We highlighted 4. Wealth attracts many friends, but a poor person is separated from his friend. Right? People with money, I always have people following them around because they like their money. Okay? You want to see who your real friends are? Run out of money. You'll find out pretty quick. We highlighted 5. A wise person will not go unpunished. One who utters lies will not escape. False witness will not go unpunished. I said wise person. Huh? That's weird. A false witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies will not escape. There's a lot of this going on now. Okay? Bad people are trying to take down good people because they're afraid a good person will be able to punish them for being bad. Okay? So they lie and they cheat and they steal, but they won't get away with it. Okay? They will not get away with it. We highlighted 9. Same thing as this one. False witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies perishes. It says they will not escape, and down here it says they will die. Okay? And they will. A person's insight gives him patience, and his virtue is to overlook an offense. Okay? A person's insight gives him patience. So we look this up. Why not? Why not? The capacity to gain an accurate and deep intuitive understanding of a person or a thing. Let's do this too. And we'll copy that. me start making notes here, and we're never gonna. I'm looking to put some in order too. Oh, 1911. Okay. Insight. Capacity to gain an accurate and deep intuitive understanding of a person or a thing. Okay. By doing that, it gives you patience, right? If you understand why a person is the way they are, and you can work with that, it'll give you patience. Okay. That's cool. And his virtue is to overlook an offense. That's the important part. Okay. You need to overlook this stuff. Just let it slide. Okay. Just let it slide. And you'll be better off, and everybody will be better off. Right? 16. The one who keeps commands preserves himself. One who disregards his ways will die. Okay? Treats lightly their ways, his ways, not God's ways. All the other versions said it was the ways will die. So keep commands and preserve yourself. All right? Do the right thing. 17, we highlighted, kindness to the poor is a loan to the Lord, and he will give a reward to the lender. Right. If you give to the poor, God will pay you back. God will reward you. And I have proven this to be true every time. Okay. Never fails. 18, we highlighted, discipline your son while there is hope. Don't set your heart on being the cause of his death. Right? If you don't train your kids when they're young, while there's still hope, they're going to do something stupid, and it'll be your fault because you didn't teach them to do something the right way. 19, a person with intense anger bears the penalty. If you rescue him, you'll have to do it again. Right? Intense anger. We talked about that. Some people have intense anger for different reasons. You got to find the reason why you're angry. Okay? There's usually a core reason, something that happened to you a long time ago, or something that turns you into an angry person. Okay? I mean, you could have been slighted when you were young and, didn't get attention that was due, or somebody else got credit for stuff you did, and over and over and over again. Or it could be fear. Okay? You could be angry because you're so afraid of the world that you're angry all the time. Happens. Okay? 20. Listen to counsel and receive instructions so that you may be wise later in life. Right? You learn stuff and receive instruction. Count it as knowledge and understanding, wisdom. Right? You just get smarter and smarter. I like that. And 22. What is desirable in a person is his fidelity, or faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. Right? It's desirable in a person. Better to be a poor person than a liar. Okay? Well, all these things, fidelity is your faithfulness to people, cause, belief, demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. Notes are helpful, huh? Okay, we highlighted 26. The one who plunders his father and evicts his mother is a disgraceful and shameful son. Right? That's a big one. Honoring your father and mother is huge. It's one of the 10 Commandments, so it's obviously very important. Okay? Disgraceful and shameful son. Used to be a capital offense. We're going to highlight this because we looked it up and talked about it. on 28. A worthless witness mocks justice, and a wicked mouth swallows iniquity. Will you look that up? Immoral and grossly unfair behavior eats it up. A wicked mouth eats it up. All right? So there you have it. That's Proverbs 19 for May 19th. I can't remember what we're doing in through the Bible in a year. I'll look it up. That's Psalms. Reading more Psalms today. So there you have it. It's Proverbs 19. Lots of good stuff in there. And we're going to start making more notes because I didn't do that before, but I will now. We can go back to those. It makes it easier when you look stuff up, big words. So have a good day. Have a good Sunday. Go to church. Give somebody a hug. Don't gossip. Let that end with you. Okay? If somebody tells you something that's gossip, if you don't want to be, stop, don't talk like that, you could just say, I'll pray for them and walk away. And let it end with you, and don't ever tell anybody else. Be the end of the chain in gossip. Break that chain, right? So, have a good day. We'll see you later on. Bye.